This is Enabling Empowerment, a leadership playbook for ending micromanagement and empowering decision makers, written and narrated by Chris Seifert. Introduction. I've always thought of myself as a pretty good operations leader. In fact, I'm sure the people that know me well are smirking because I said pretty good. Let's be honest, I've always thought I'm darn good. After all, I've been working in an operational capacity since I graduated from college and launched my first business offering restaurant cleaning services. With a modest investment of $800 in a vacuum cleaner, I embarked on a venture in the cleaning industry, servicing restaurants and nightclubs on a contract basis. This was an initiative initially conceived as a senior year project in college, which I then decided to actualize, and it worked. The $800 investment in a vacuum cleaner paved the way for securing contracts, and I successfully expanded the business to the tune of more than $100,000 in annual revenue in the first year. In 1999, this was a huge deal and a significant achievement considering the initial investment and the value of money at the time, and the business was on the trajectory to double its sales in the subsequent year. During this period of rapid growth, I fully immersed myself in the business, handling accounting, marketing, taxes, sales, and operations. I worked crazy hours to make this work. At this juncture, I only had a business partner, and we employed 3 staff members. However, everything changed when I watched a PBS special on submarines. It captivated me so much that the following morning, after returning from a night shift, I informed my business partner of my intention to enlist in the Navy. He thought it was crazy for me to even think of that, but despite this disbelief, I was resolute in pursuing this new path and approached the recruiter, expressing my desire to serve as an officer aboard a submarine. They informed me I couldn't be an officer on a submarine because I hadn't taken calculus-based physics in college. However, he mentioned I could enlist, excel academically in nuclear power school, and potentially receive a waiver to become commissioned as a nuclear officer. Following his advice, I endured boot camp, completed the mechanical training at A school, and tackled nuclear power school, coming out at the top of my class. In fact, my academic performance at nuclear power school set a new precedent for GPA records among mechanics of that period. A few weeks before graduation, the Command Master Chief called me in, wondering why I was still there. Confused, I inquired what he meant. He pointed to my undergraduate achievement and current success in the program, probing why I hadn't entered as an officer to begin with. When I recounted my story and pointed to the waiver contingent upon my school performance, he informed me that I was being lied to. The Master Chief was direct, stating unequivocally that there was no waiver available for the path I'd been pursuing. However, he offered me a new perspective by informing me about the existence of a non-nuclear officer role in a submarine, the Supply Corps officer. This alternative did not require a nuclear background, which piqued.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?